Hello, hello. Welcome to HubSpot's Tip of the Month for April 2024. This month we're focusing on the newly released Commerce Hub that HubSpot released in the last month or so. One of the things we love about this is that a couple of really good use cases is if you're running a business where you do have, say, recurring payments come out, whether it be something like web hosting, a membership, some sort of ongoing service. Really good for that. And the other use case is if you have payments that go out, as an example, what we've got here is like a 10-hour HubSpot consulting pack. Rather than going through and creating the quote and then setting the quote and then sending an invoice in Xero, etc., what you can do is use HubSpot's inbuilt payment links for people to be able to literally send them the paperwork. They enter their credit card details or payment details, and then the deal or that payment's actually made straight through HubSpot, so you don't even have to interact with any other systems. Great for sort of higher volume or smaller value products where you don't want to spend too much time in the sales admin process. So let's dive in and take a look. Now, if you're wondering where it sits, it's under Commerce and then Payment Links. That's where some of this sits. And if you are sitting within HubSpot, you can go all the way back into the back end, and there's this whole, I'll just move myself away, there's this whole payments section here as well, and that allows you to set up all the payments within the system as well. Now, a very common use case that we see is that we have people using, say, a Stripe integration as well. So if I just jump into here, we'll see that we've got Stripe payment processing as well. So that's quite useful as well. So that's normally Stripe or something similar within Australia is really common. So let's just jump back into here. So I've got a sample person here. So obviously that's why this contact has bounced. So not a real person. But what we've done here is we've got a contact. Contact is connected to the parent company, which is ucidity.com. And then we've got this deal, which is a 10-hour consulting pack. I'll move these back over so we can see more of the screen. And what I've done here is I've created a quote. And with the inbuilt, the fact that I've now got this sitting with Stripe, connected with Stripe as well, I can just click on the preview and preview the actual the quote. Actually, what I want to do is actually go ahead and view the quotes. So if I go next, go through our quoting process, then publish it. When that actually gets sent to someone, and I'll just copy and paste that over, they can then view that quote itself. So that's a quote itself, and in order for them to, I missed a step there, that was my bad. In order for them to be able to make a payment with that, luckily it's still, oh no, it is published, so I'm going to have to recall and edit. One of the ways you can actually help people to purchase is to go through, I'll just go a little bit slower this time, and I'll put some GST on it, and we'll put in 10% for that. Then we'll push through and we'll say we use Stripe for payments as well. Now just note here, I do have a legacy Stripe, but this is like the new integrated Stripe that's available as well. I'm now going to publish that, and then we'll jump back into the system and we'll see what it looks like with the quote built. So what we can do and what we actually do with a lot of our clients is that this quote is more of either a proposal or something similar. So you have a slightly different template that you are using, which has it look like more of a proposal, and then terms and conditions and service agreement, whatever other legal documentation you want to have in there as well. But when that's sent to someone, essentially that's one document that you send over. They click pay now, so you'd have that change to say how to get started or something along those lines. But click on the pay now, and then they can then go off and it goes into this section here where they can actually go and purchase this as well. So really quickly, we don't have to jump into other systems like Xero or anything like that in order to get a payment. So that's one great use case for this new Commerce Hub platform. The other one that we see a fair bit as well is where they use these specific payment links as well. So we do offer website hosting. It's $275 for a year. So in order for us to go through all of the generating of all the paperwork to generate the invoice, the service agreement, create the deal, etc., there's quite a fair bit of work. Alternatively, what we can do is use one of these pre-built payment links that we've got into the system, and just copy that link, send an email to a person, so I'll probably have a snippet, and then that would actually just go straight to this screen here. Once again, we would have some of the details of the service terms, etc. They enter all their details in here, and then they go ahead and pay, and once again it's set up so that switches on that service. So we'll just jump in a little bit. We'll have a look at this thing as well. So once you are creating a payment link, you can add a line item to it. So you can either get it from a product library or from a custom line item as well. It's got pre-built, so in Australia we have GST, goods and services tax, and then you can actually set it up so that you have like a breakdown of payments as well. So that's quite handy. So this would be in the actual checkout area where you'd have all the service agreement as well. And essentially you send that link off, and hey presto, that service is switched on. And then the last one that I'm going to look at is this like recurring one as well. Oh, sorry, this is a recurring one in here. So sorry, this is so we've got website hosting. It's set up to bill annually, and the thing I did want to show with that is that it automatically renews until it's cancelled. So that's something that's really handy for us. We don't have to then manually send an invoice or set up Xero to automated invoices. So this will just keep going until the client comes along and cancels the service. We can set it up so it's a delayed start, etc. But that's what we can do with that inbuilt system as well. And then the other use case is if we've got a product package that we actually sell relatively often. So one of our most common is this 10-hour consulting pack. Exactly the same thing. Just copy the link, just say, hey, I'll shoot you over a link, and then you can get started with us. And then once again, so it's $22.50 plus GST, and then they enter their details in here, and it goes off and creates payment as well. So I hope you really like that. There is a lot more to it than what I have shown you, so please feel free to jump into your portal and have a look at the Commerce Hub. It's quite a handy hub, I would say, and definitely you can generate invoices off the back of it, set up subscriptions, automate subscriptions, etc. And I would say quite a useful addition to HubSpot recently. So as I said, hope you enjoyed that. If you need help setting this up or have any questions, please send through your queries. And if you need any help with HubSpot, just a reminder, what we do is we help people to be able to strategize about how they set up HubSpot. We help those to be able to optimize their existing HubSpot, especially the fact that there's been essentially changes come out almost every day with HubSpot. And lastly, we provide HubSpot training consulting. So if you need help, love to help you as well. But we'll see you in our next episode, and thanks again for watching.